Weaponeer here, and we're going to be taking a look at the Kodiak Gearslinger from Maxpedition. And as you can tell, I'm wearing it right now. This is a good-sized pack. It's not huge. This is actually, it's about the perfect size. This is capable of holding up to about 1,100 cubic inches of gear. So it's can hold quite a little bit. The main compartment is about 17 inches high, 10 inches wide, and about 4 inches thick. So you're talking a good space. If you are a college student or something like that, or if you're EDC for your everyday carry, consists of carrying a laptop. Well, this right here can handle up to a 15.4 inch monitor screen. And so it can hold a lot of gear. So if you're looking for a good-sized EDC, this right here is the perfect one. They do make several smaller versions than this one, so if you don't quite need something quite this big, then you got the option of using one of the smaller models. I typically like to get something bigger than I need because you never know. You might want to go ahead and throw in wet weather gear or anything like that, something nice and bulky that you normally wouldn't think of carrying. So if I use a larger bag than I normally need, then I have the option of carrying all that stuff. Anytime I'm not carrying that much stuff, I can go ahead and cinch up the straps and make it smaller. So this right here has PALS webbing on it. So it's got PALS webbing here. It's got it on the side here and on the back. Now, that makes it so you're totally compatible with all your other tactical gear. So any kind of Molly gear you can go ahead and attach to this, as well as the old Vietnam era. You can get those Alice clips and stick them right on here. The actual pack itself consists of about 1,000 denier ballistic nylon, and it's also got Teflon fabric protector on this. So typically anything's not going to stain it very easily, as well as most of the water, so it's going to go ahead and shed right off of it. And it's triple polyethylene or polyurethane coated for water resistance, so you've got that as well. This strap right here, the single strap, is actually extremely comfortable. If you're used to the double strap backpacks, take a look at these. These are very acceptable for any of the uses that you might have. The only thing you really can't use the single strap for is carrying an extreme amount of weight. We really need both shoulders. For me, this works out really good because I have a shoulder injury, and because of that, I really don't want to strap across my shoulder. So that helps me out quite a little bit. You can get these in black, OD green, khaki foliage green, khaki foliage, combination colors, as well as ACU compatible digital foliage camouflage. So there's a lot of stuff to say about this pack. I'm going to go ahead and tell you just about what the first time I saw one of these single straps, and that's when I first saw these. I think they originated either in the UK or France. Not sure, but I believe that they originally, not the Maxpedition, but the single strap style. And the reason I say that because in 2001, the first time I ever saw these was every place in Australia, everybody had them. You couldn't walk anywhere without running into somebody that had this style. It was a lot smaller pack, and more like a day pack and stuff like that. But I saw them way back then, and that was the first time I ever saw them. I was like, well, that's kind of weird. But the more I saw people using them and carrying all their gear in it, and nobody ever seemed to have any problems with it. And the one thing I noticed people weren't doing is they weren't constantly trying to get the shoulder straps on the shoulders. Normally if you're walking a long time, you end up walking like this because the shoulder straps like to kind of move off. And in this pack right here, I don't have a waist belt. There's no real need for it. I do have this side strap here, and I can cinch that down, but the side strap is the only thing that you really need to hold it in place. You can get rid of this pack quite fast. You know, there's these buckles right here. These are UTX Duraflex nylon buckles, so they're heavy-duty buckles, and I kind of got my strap folded up. So you can go ahead and press with this, and you know, you can lose the pack really quickly. And so it's got a lot of thought put into the pack, and that's what I really like about it. I'm going to go ahead and take the pack off, and we'll take a little bit closer look at it. Now in this position, we get a little bit different look at it, and without me wearing it. Now we do have a key keeper on here, and I typically use that for a pace count. You know, put your beads on there, and you can use that as you're out wandering about. Now this strap right here, let me turn around just a little bit. The strap right here, well, you know, simple to remove just like anything else, but on this strap, and I already told you about these buckles, but on this buckle right here, there's actually a whistle. Well, really good, high-pitched, and so if you were to fall down, you can't get up, you can always go ahead and use the little buckle whistle and, you know, try to attract attention, especially if you don't have a whistle. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that away here and turn this around so you can see it here. As you can see, this is a nice, good profile. It's not real high right here, right in the back. It has a kind of a sloping appearance, and the reason for that is, you know, we want to have it as snag-free as possible. So if you're, you know, wandering through the woods or something like that, and you put your head down to go ahead and clear a branch, you don't want to be catching it on your pack. And we'll go ahead and we'll turn it facing you now. And as you can see, this is a good sized pack. Everything is designed specifically for when you want to go ahead and turn the pack to the front. When you turn the pack to the front, everything is right there. You can get to it, you don't have any problems. You know, like I said, if you're on a bus or something like that, you need to go ahead and get a laptop, you know, grab books or, you know, anything to write on, anything like that, you can go ahead and have easy access to it. So let me go ahead and flip this around. So when you flip it around across your back, it's just going to about be the same. Still, you got your nice padding in the back, and when you turn it around, or when I turn it around, not when you turn it around, but when I turn it around here, you can see everything is easily accessible. We got all these zippers, and we've got all the nice pulls on them. Everything is right there where you can get to it. Absolutely everything you need to do is right here. So you don't have to worry about anything. And that's why I really like the design. They made everything easily accessible. So you don't have to, you know, the biggest thing is when you're out in the woods, and let's say it's raining or it's muddy out, like right now, it's spring. And so if you have to get something out of your pack, typically, you would, you know, with the double straps, you would take the pack off, and you'd either go ahead and bumble around with it there, or you take the pack and place it on the ground, and then you're picking on dirt, mud, grass, or anything else on your pack. It's not good for the pack. It's not good for you, because then, you know, you go ahead and put it back on, and you might have a wet spot on the back there, or dirt or mud or anything like that. You can get that all over you. With this design, you don't have to do that. You just go ahead and you take it, and you twist it, and everything is easily accessible. You can get to everything in there, including concealed carry weapons. So very well thought out. I really like the ideas when they designed it. So, you know, when you just give it a quick turn, you can access everything you need to, including anything that's on your pals or anything like that. So really nice design. I like the idea that you don't have to completely remove it in order to access anything. Or if you want to go ahead and, you know, ride on a city bus or something like that, and you sit on the seat like this when you normally have a backpack, normally you would have to take the backpack off and put it in your lap. With this right here, you can just go ahead and take it, spin it in front of you, so you have the pack and contents right there. You sit down, and, you know, you don't have anything in the back except for a nice padding. So it's not going to bother you. You can go ahead and sit down and access all your gear and pull out iPod, anything you want. So it's really nice and accessible, so no matter what kind of environment you're in or what you're interested in. Now the single strap design is also really good. Let me put this around here again. It's harder when it doesn't have arms. Now you notice that the single strap right here, well, this right here is designed so you can go ahead and carry a sling. So you go ahead and take your rifle and sling it, and it's not up against anything else there. You can even take the side strap here. You can take that and weave that through your sling, so you never have to worry about the sling falling off. So it's another option for you to do it. We're going to go ahead and take another look, but we're going to change positions once again, and we're going to take a closer look at the inside of the pack.